Um, Good evening, esteemed honorees and guests, past and present. Thank you. I first met tonight's honoree when I had the pleasure of having him as a freshman student in my Algebra 1 class. The moment that he won my heart was when he volunteered to stay after school and organize my loads of disposable algebra workbooks that were haphazardly shoved in a messy pile in the back of the class. And to this day, I don't know if he did it to kiss up or because it was just extremely painful to look at. But the moment that I figured out that he was special was when he started to ask me questions that were far too advanced for a 14-year-old. Like if I had known about Schrodinger's cat, or if I wanted to theorize about quantum theory. So the moment I realized that I needed to look out for him was after he had been my student, and he started to stay after class in my classroom in the following years at Wilson High School. And it was at this time that he opened up about his home life with his dad, their homelessness, at which time I agreed to let him use my classroom, the back closet, to hold his belongings. I encouraged him to come to camp because I knew it was a place where he would be welcomed and his personality would shine. Those that know him from Building Bridges Camp have seen him excel as a leader, a friend, and an overall superstar. He has expressed appreciation and opened up to me a countless number of times about how his camp family and experience have been the pivotal key in helping his confidence, which was especially important for him and inspiring him to advocate for resources and equity at Wilson High School. With the More for Students program, which Taizin helped create with Mr. Hollister, who's here, backpacks with school supplies and food for the weekend are now accessible to the homeless population of students at our school. And because of Taizin, there are now hubs located in teachers' classrooms where any student in need of access of free snacks, feminine products, and bus passes, among other necessities, can just grab them whenever they need to. Over these past few years, Taizin, out of the roughly 1,800 students that have come and gone over my 10 years of teaching, has surely been my favorite. Yes, I said it. He's my favorite. He's my favorite student of all time. And he is the most special. Taizin, he's backstage over here. You have been the stubborn teenage son that I never asked for, but I love so much anyway. And you've taught me so much, including how to skateboard. He gave me private lessons. I honestly cannot think of any other student more deserving of this esteemed honor, and being able to present you with this award fills my heart with so much pride. So.
Hi. And just FYI, it really was hard to look at those books in the back. It really was. Hi, I'm Taizin. When I was told that I was going to be awarded by CCJ, I thought it was for my work as a youth leader with their Building Bridges program, or maybe for my involvement in working with forwarding new programs at my school that do help underprivileged kids. Maybe for my energy and charisma alone. But now thinking back on it, I'm surprised I didn't know why. I read about Henry Meyer and was told beautiful stories about people he knew dear. And I could tell his mission in life was to do as many things as he could for as many people as he could without needing anything in return, as well as leaving behind something that mattered and lasted. I'm not nearly involved with as much as he was or gone through as much as he did, but I found many similarities between the Long Beach legend of his time and myself. One of those similarities is also going through forms of trials and tribulations growing up. As you may know, I was homeless. I slept on couches, ate in hotels, and survive through other people's kindness. And truthfully, I need to address that I wouldn't be here and I haven't come this far without those people that helped me along my journey. Strangers that have become my friends, friends that have become my family, and families of their own that have become mine. I've never realized until recently how lucky and privileged I am to have these people in my life. And to all of you, thank you. Melanie Swaminathan, to me Aunt Mel, who was just on stage introduced me, has been one of my greatest support systems since the moment I met her. She introduced me to many opportunities, as well as inviting me to the Building Bridges program as a sophomore. But prior to being the volunteer CCEJ, I was extroverted. But not in the way I am now. My extroversion now includes activism and support. I most likely would not be as keen to help others without the lessons taught to me, not through the curriculum alone of Building Bridges, but the people in it. And I could list Kitaro, Rocio, Leo, Noah, Caleb, Carly, Mickey, and oh, so many more names that immediately come up as I think of inspirations and mentors and reasons to do everything I try and do. CCEJ has pushed me to find more in myself than I knew to be possible, and with or without knowing it, has given me the power, knowledge, and resources to fight for what I believe in. At my school, there are 200 documented homeless students, roughly. Me not being one, and I could only imagine how many others that weren't as well. I realized that homelessness in youth is a serious issue that I wanted to tackle. And with one of my teachers, a few friends, and a lot of other staff that helped us create a club called More for Students that started off trying to help homeless at our school. It also looked into other socioeconomical issues that we may face. But it's easier to want to see change that directly affect us. I did it. I don't think someone needs to be affected, though, to want to see a change in this world. I've also seen improvements in school for girls to have access to easier access to menstrual products for free because they were being sold in the nurse's office. So if you had money, you wouldn't be able to get one. I've spoken out about gender issues, including the existence and validity of transgender and non-binary folk, as well as other issues that don't affect me negatively. I have my disadvantages, yes, to give me motivation, and it makes it easier to be sympathetic, but I hope people, especially those that see me up here now, fight for something that doesn't affect them directly. Join as many things as possible, not only for social justice, but involvement in your community. Love those you see in your world. These are the reasons I believe I got this award. The qualities I think everyone should have, and being here now, we are all on our journey to being the next legends of our time. Thank you.